turning to the euro, what's your view on the euro, and more generally or more broadly, how does Germany view the euro?
I mean, for us Germans, the euro is a thing you will not discuss about. It's like you will not discuss about the Nazi time. So the euro is a political feature, and you don't really question the euro in Germany.
It's just accepted without question.
It's accepted, and
even if it's doing poorly.
Exactly.
And even though it's not being managed like the Deutschmark was managed.
And we will give another 60 billion to Greece, and not many people will complain. They don't will broadcast it in the media, and it's a typical German thing. And I mean, we will keep on spending and spending until Germany is in the same situation like Greece right now. So that will happen. That's for sure. Yeah.
But given what's been happening in the elections at the local level and state level over the past year or so, it seems like there's a lot of discontent with the way things are being done at the moment, given the way the election results have occurred. Is that a reflection that people are becoming concerned about the euro, even though the economy in Germany is doing relatively well?
Yeah, there are more and more people. Actually, right, I think yesterday, the Free Democrats, they had... they were voting on it, and but it was like 2/3 of the Free Democrats. They were against this. When it comes up to the European Stability Mechanism, there's this German guy from the Free Democrats, Frank Schäffler, and so he started an initiative to stop this process. And just yesterday they were voting on it, and I think 150 or 160 people from the Free Democrats, they were the same opinion like him. They would say, no, we have to stop it, but still 2/3, like I think 300 people voted against it, because like people like Westerwelle and Rössler, they were saying, okay, we are responsible. We are the governing party, and we just can't do it. But yeah, there are many more people right now who are getting aware of the problems. But I don't think this will in the next years this will become a majority. I think more and more people, but it will remain a minority. And by the time the system busts. Then they will wake up, but not before.
Yeah. One of the speakers here at the conference is great because you have some of Germany's foremost monetary experts, and one of these is Professor Hankel, who's one of the gentlemen bringing suit in the German Supreme Court about the constitutionality of the euro. It seems quite obvious that the euro is unconstitutional, as the constitution is now written here in Germany. I don't know if you agree with that, but it seems that way to me. But how is that court case progressing?
I'm not very much informed about how this court case is going on, but I really appreciate what he's doing. And I mean, they started suing against the euro by the time it started, back in the 90s already. And I was already back then. I was supporting these people, but politically, once you position yourself in this direction, they will.
But everything they were saying seems to be proving right.
Exactly, yeah.
But the Supreme Court, for some reason, has been delaying action. Is that because politically they just don't want to go there?
Oh yeah, it's all politics. Yes, they just. I mean, they will put it aside, and then next year they will say, oh yeah, but this and that is still missing, and we need to take another look at it, and maybe the year after we will decide. And so they just move ahead, because from the judicial point of view, it's clear. It's clear. I mean, they are right, and the government is wrong. So they they will not make a decision. That's what I think.
It's just another indication then that the euro is really under political control, and that it's really not independent of the ruling politicians. I use the example of the Greek crisis, the meeting last May 2010. After pledging not to buy government bonds for many months, Mr. Trichet on Monday, the Monday following the political crisis, started buying Greek government bonds. It was obviously under political control. The fact that the Supreme Court here in Germany doesn't want to pursue or listen to the merits of this case that's been brought, perhaps that's another indication of political control. But that sort of flies in the face of the Bundesbank, because the Bundesbank was politically independent, and that's why the Deutschmark did so well for so many years. The example I like to use is look at the record of the Deutschmark from 1950 to 2000 compared to the French franc from 1950 to 2000. The French franc being under political control and the Bundesbank being completely independent. You have two entirely different results, with the Deutschmark obviously being a much better currency.
But even the Deutschmark lost 95% of its purchasing power. So,
but compared to others.
But compared to others, they did great. But compared to gold and silver, they lost 95%. So, I mean, what are we talking about? I mean, that's I'm not a supporter of the Deutschmark, and that's a point where I disagree with Hankel and Henkel, and all these guys who think by the time we get the Deutschmark back, everything will be fine. No, that's fiat money, and it doesn't work. No.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's not really pro gold, but he is pro Deutschmark.
Yeah.
I guess it's from the establishment point of view, thinking that people can do a better job managing money than the natural market, which would be, of course, gold is a natural form of money that politicians can't control or create out of thin air, I should say. Well, Stefan, it's been a pleasure chatting with you this morning. I've been enjoying the conference, meeting some very interesting people. Wish you best of luck in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you.